Hey everybody, this is Jim with the Fast Leader Show and Call Center Coach, and I'm here with my good old friend Shep Hyken.
We're back.
We are back. So we're actually at CCW in Nashville. It's 2020. However, when you start thinking about customer experience, not everything is dated. Some of the things we have to go back to some tried and true things. And Shep, I think that's what you have to share with us in an upcoming book titled The Cult of the Customer.
The Cult of the Customer.
The Cult of the Customer.
And actually it is tried and true because that's not a brand new book. That is a re-release with updated information, all new stats and facts. There's nothing statistically in there that should be older than a year or so as we pulled new stats together. A lot has changed in the stats, but nothing's changed in the methodology of the way any company wants to deliver a great customer experience. So a little background on the book and what it's about.
Yep.
So by the way, cult of the customer. Cult is not a scary word. Cult is actually, if you look at the true definition of a cult, it's not a bunch of religious or fanatics that are doing something what some people term evil. No, a cult is a general group of people interested in the same content, same subject, same activity. The group that gets together every Tuesday morning at the coffee house, this is when they always meet, is kind of like a cult. The group that goes hiking on a Sunday every Sunday morning is a group for years. That's a cult-like experience. Cult, which actually has a root culture in a company, so it ties in. Anyway, 5 cults or phases that customers go through. And this is really important in our industry to understand what they are and why we're going to move them from uncertainty to amazement. The cult of uncertainty is when a customer first comes to a business. They're not certain. Maybe they've heard great reputation, but they haven't experienced them themselves. So once they start to do business with us, they're uncertain, and then they're going to get into alignment with what we promised them, and then they're going to experience what we promised them. So those are the first 3. We want to move them into this really quickly. Number 4 is harder. It's the cult of ownership, or the phase of ownership. This is when they are confident that it will happen again. If that great experience happened 2 or 3 times, the goal is we want to make it predictable and consistent so the customer says, they always get back to me quickly. Whenever I talk to them, they're always knowledgeable, they're always friendly, they're always so helpful. The word always followed by something good. It's predictable, it's consistent, it's owned at that point. And if it is positive, then it moves them into the cult of amazement. You know, those people are amazing, you know. And here's the best part, and this is where it applies to us. Even when there's a problem, I know I can always, there's that word always again, count on them. Now, the first time there's a problem, they may be in that cult of ownership and may have been there for a while, but the moment there's a glitch, they immediately move back to uncertainty until you prove to them that everything they've experienced thus far, even a problem, stays in that owned experience. Always helpful, always back to me, always whatever, and that keeps you in amazement. So eventually, even if there is issues, they never fall back into uncertainty. They're that confident.
Well, and even as you're talking, Shep, I started thinking about something about we have to earn grace from our customer.
Yes. And go ahead, earn grace.
Well, it's just that we have to actually put in those points, put in those, consistent, high-performing types of, activities and interactions so that customers know that, hey, they did mess up, but however, that's not the norm.
And even it should never be the norm. You could go 10 years and never have a problem, and then the first problem, that's like Judgment Day. But there are certain types of things. Software companies, for example, there are going to be glitches. There are going to be problems. It's how fast we take care of them. If you say, submit a support ticket, somebody's going to get back to you in 48 hours. I want you to know this. The moment they submit that support ticket, or the moment they contact you, even if they're going to call you and talk to you directly or chat or whatever it is, that's not when the problem started. The problem started when the problem actually started, right. And then there's this gap between when it started and where we are right now. And that's why I think so many people realize the problem didn't start the moment we got on the phone with them or the moment we responded to them. No, it happened much sooner. So we need to prove ourselves over and over again. And once again, I really love that cult of ownership. I almost think that even though we want them in amazement, if we can always create the predictable and consistent above average experience, they're going to think of us as amazing. That's where you want to be, that owned place.
Most definitely. Shep Hyken, as always, thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, you're welcome. Remember,
the
cult of the customer.
Get it today, because this is the cult you want to belong to.
Most definitely.